Hello. Yeah, we're playing some of this Horizon Zero Dawn. I don't know what I'm saying. Trying to get my words together. Every time I start one of these, after all this time, I still don't get used to it. Because I guess I just jump into it without thinking. I don't know. Right. Let's get going. God, what the freak? It keeps bringing up the what is it? Steam's thing. Why does it do that? I'm pressing Shift W. Oh, I should just toggle. It's a toggle. What am I doing? I just played this yesterday. Takes like a few hours for me to forget. That's the problem. But still, holding down Shift shouldn't it cause it to launch Steam thing. Oh, what's up with the graphics there? Yeah, it's a very corner place. I don't expect them to fix that up. That's just how it is. What am I doing? Going wrong place. That's what I'm doing. Takes a while for me to calibrate my mind to into the game. When I start getting into it,
There's Grata, all alone with Allmother, the only way she knows.
Getting to the reality, like I'm in reality and then I jump into a virtual world. I'm like, whoa, just give me a minute here.
Here are your prayer beads, Grata. Now you have what you need.
All-Mother, each morning I find your tears of joy speckling the leaves. Joy at the beauty of all you have made. See how I cry now with you in gratitude.
So you'll cry for her, but you won't speak to me. Fine. Guess that makes you the better outcast. Grata, I may not be around much for a while. I'm gonna run in the proving, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen after that.
All-Mother, I thank you for the kindnesses you share. When the proving comes, in your great wisdom, may you give favor to a brave of generous heart.
I think I get what you're saying. Goodbye, Grata. For now.
All-Mother, hear me as I count off my years of devotion from these beads.
I don't like how it uses depth of field so heavily in this game. Like during cutscenes. What's she saying? Oh, thank you,
All-Mother,
Grata.
see how the beads have been worn smooth in the turning. When they were new, I prayed for my elders. But now
lens
they are
flare.
old as I am.
Is that lens
I
flare?
pray for the young.
Lens flare or God's ray. So you can't control any of that. The lighting is pretty good. You can tell a game They all have their different sort of lighting in terms of how it's like signature. No, that's for me anyway. Compare that to something like Death Stranding, it has its own sort of lighting. I'm not saying the technology, but how they choose to light the environment. I don't have the skills to be able to describe that well. We can teleport, right? Can we? Do we have any other quests? You need a travel pack to fast travel. Fine. Looks like we're gonna have to walk it.
A quick way down.
Yes. Oh, I like how there's Oh, you can stay submerged. I was gonna say something. Whoa, she just leaps out of that. That's pretty cool, actually. I feel like, how can I describe the lighting in this? There's a sense of warmth. That's how I would describe it. Even at a very, when it's raining and snowing, when it's cold, there is almost a sense of warmth to it. Well, it's more noticeable now because of the pink-orange hues. Is that the right word? I can never get the right words. The plants add to it as well. Whereas with... Oh, hi, raccoon. Whereas with Death Stranding, I wouldn't say it's cold. I mean, it has that cold feeling to it. But... Ooh. Good day to you.
It's you. I mean her. Oh, no, don't speak to her. Damn it.
It's okay. Hello to you, sir. It looks like you're meditating partially. Your knees out. That looks painful and uncomfortable. Have a good one. What was I saying? Oh yes, the lighting effect. I don't know how I would describe the lighting effect in Death Stranding, though it is a very cold, distant, almost disconnected, which I think might be an intentional thing in terms of how the lighting makes you feel. The game itself, there's this sense where you want to feel connected because, yeah, you're playing as a character who is, in a sense, disconnected, or is distant. It's almost a paradoxical thing. I know I haven't completely described it. Yeah, I don't...
No one else around. Looks safe to meet. My guess is he'll be waiting for me.
Okay. Well, hold on. Oh, well, maybe I should just save it first. Just save that. Hold up. Oh, it's all the way down there. Really? Come on, Aloy. We've gotta save our game because you know how I'm playing things. Fall off. Injuries. I still haven't figured out how to climb down from places. I just noticed a bit of a pop-in, I think. You know, it's this...
Just because I'm shunned doesn't mean I won't pass through.
Mm-hmm. I agree. What was I saying? See this? The game's fighting with my control in a way. I'm trying to turn, but I feel like it wants to turn away from where I'm trying to control. It's hard to explain. Like on the side, it's not too bad. I don't know. Maybe it's just my imagination. Yeah, this sort of reminds me of Guild Wars. That's a sort of an MMO. It is an MMO, the second one. First one, yeah, I guess you could say it is.
There he is. Looks nervous.
There he is. Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe it's the music. It gives me that feeling that I felt in Guild Wars. A brief amount of time.
Well, well, well. An outcast on my doorstep. All mother protect me.
Surprised you saw me the way you keep looking every other direction to make sure no one's watching. Careful there, or you'll sprain your neck.
It's always a pain in the neck when you show up, girl, one way or another.
Is there a reason why you're acting so cranky today?
Once you run the proving and get made a brave, you'll deal with traitors in Mother's Heart. Maybe I don't like losing customers.
Traitors who don't break the law and deal with outcasts, you mean?
That's right. Our days of crime will be behind us, so long as you keep quiet.
Hold up. I'm right back. Nope. It's fine. His phone was ringing.
Are you worried I'm going to tell someone that you trade with outcasts?
I don't think you're the kind who talks, but you never know.
You can stop worrying. The secret's safe with me.
Yeah, that's what I figured, but I don't mind hearing it.
Why do you take the risk, trading with outcasts?
Every time you ask. If a big, meaningful talk is what you're after, move along.
It's because you used to be one, isn't it?
Yeah. Got caught poking around one of the metal ruins out beyond the Embrace. Matriarch said I was tainted and gave me 5 years.
What did you see in the ruins?
Nothing I can make sense of. After my shunning, I tried living back in Mother's Heart, but everyone I knew had moved on, and there were so many people everywhere I turned. I like it better out here.
The only person I've ever told about our trades is Rost.
Yeah, well, not like he can turn me in, even if he wanted to. Law and duty sort of a man, that Rost. I don't know how you stand it.
You really don't know why he was cast out?
I've told you no. I don't think anyone knows what he did, but it must have been serious because his term is for life.
Last time I visited, you had a tripcaster available for trade. Still got it?
I do. But you'd need to bring me a scrapper lens. What can I say? Special weapons don't come cheap.
Great.
Oh, I can pay. Took down a scrapper not long ago. Stripped out the lens in perfect condition.
I'll be the judge of that. Show me.
Yeah, I did that. Play movie. What? Oh. What does this do? Oh, it's a trap. Okay. It says. Interesting.
Now that you've got yourself a tripcaster, practice how to use it someplace else, all right? My life's exciting enough without a bunch of shock wire booby traps to trip over.
Really? Could have fooled me. Will you be around later, in case I want to make another trade?
I'll be here. Same as usual, bring me the parts you harvest from any machines you hunt. The better the parts, the more shards I'll pay. Be sure to take a close look at my inventory, though. Who knows? Maybe I've got something that could give you an edge in the proving.
I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, this is a bit expensive. Do I... 72. Sample. Oh, special things, eh? Okay.
Another day, another trade.
I guess that concludes our business.
All right, and good luck in the proving. Blessing of All Mother and all that.
I've got what I need. Time to meet Rost at the North Gate.
Ross must have done something pretty serious to be cast out forever. Was the other dude, he threw a rock and killed a guy who's cast out for 10 years, I think. Says you can choose different ammo types. Guess we can try it here.
turning back.
Come on. Nice. Well, that's pretty cool. Kind of tricky though. I mean, you gotta be in the right sort of area. And the way I'm playing, it's not very strategic. I mean, it's not that tricky. But yeah. I'm a bit reckless. Not reckless, lacking in patience, perhaps. That's a better word. Alright, let's go find Ross. Is there anything else? Oh. We gotta do a few more, eh? Okay. Do you get points for that? Does it say? Yeah, you do. Okay. That was a waste. Just going through the snow. See this? I kind of prefer if she sort of slowed down when she goes through the snow, but I guess it's not that good. Not that good. Not a good idea to do that.
Calm, calm.
Oh, that was too high. Over here. Come on. Oh, dang it. That was dumb. Come on. That was dumb. Wasted it again. Way too high. Way too high. Whoops. Why did I do that? Come on. Come on, get with the program, dude.
They know where I am.
Maxed out.
Gonna need this.
I sure do need it. Making noises. Wait. Wait a second. So did I get this or what? It's got a tick next to it. How come it's... Oh, completed. Right. Right. Doesn't exactly disappear. I thought it would just disappear. Oh, hang on.
Good for an old remedy.
Indeed. I hear robots.
What are they hunting out there? Beyond the Embrace. It can't be just one machine.
No.
There he is. Right where he said he'd be. Always is. How could he think I'd abandon him after the proving? This lesson he wants to teach me. What could be so dangerous?
Will the cutscene activate when I get close to him?
Aloy, you're here.
Yep. Just let me save.
You have the fire arrows.
I do. Those explosions and shouts beyond the Embrace. Is that the trouble you were talking about?
You will know soon enough. Until then, we wait for dark.
Wait for dark? I got Odd Grata her rabbits, for which she thanked Allmother, of course.
It was All-Mother working through you to bring her the rabbits.
You always say that, but I was there and I hunted alone.
And you always say that, and so make yourself alone.
Look, Rost. I've thought it through, and I'm not going to shun you after the proving, okay? I won't do it. I'm not about to pretend that you never raised me.
Aloy, the law forbids all contact.
It does, and I don't care. I know what duty means for you, Rost, but all tribal law has ever done for me is take things away. And that's not gonna happen again.
Aloy, I must obey the law.
And so you will. I knew you'd say that, so this is what we'll do. I'll come to you in secret. No one will see me, so I won't get in trouble. And I know you won't talk to me because it's against the law, but I'll talk to you. It'll be my crime, not yours. You'll just listen. And that's how we'll handle this.
You've put a lot of thought into this.
I know. So you can stop worrying. It's handled.
Yes. So it is.
I don't understand. Those explosions are outside the Embrace. What can we do from in here?
The lesson will be taught in due time, Aloy. Until then, we wait.
I saw Karst and got that tripcaster I was talking about.
I hate to think what that outlawed trader charged for a weapon of that make.
It wasn't cheap, but the caster is worth it.
Well, perhaps. You'll know it's worth soon enough.
Still a while to go before dark. I guess I'll get some rest.
Good idea. There'll be no time for sleep tonight.
Opening a gate for an outcast?
Some who are shunned reaped honor before disgrace.
So much for tribal law.
I spoke to no one, and now we must both keep silent, for we are outside of the Embrace. These are the true wilds, Aloy, with threats unlike any you have ever faced.
That carcass. What sort of beast was that?
The tribe calls it a sawtooth, and it's something new. Something angry.
And we get rid of that.
Since they first started appearing 10 years ago, they have killed many braves.
Yeah.
So what are we doing? More stuff.
Follow the path. It's not far.
That cabin. What happened to it?
A machine, that's what.
What sort of machine does that?
The sort of machine you're hunting now.
Oh
Oh.
dear.
I see.
Oh dear. Chilled water.
I'll watch your carcass. I'll harvest the parts.
Watch your surroundings.
You gonna say anything about this? Oh.
Can't have you giving away the hunt.
It won't be much farther now.
Why are we the only ones out here tonight? Why can't the tribe's braves hunt this machine?
They did. The kills we've passed are theirs. Tomorrow, they will hunt again.
They won't need to. This machine will be my kill.
Or your death, if you're not careful.
Mmm. You can probably hear the rain.
Might need that.
Is there a save point here? Nope. Oh, okay.
An entire lodge wrecked by sawtooths? How many were there?
I didn't bring you here to answer questions, Aloy. I brought you here to deal with that.
It's huge. How do you defeat it?
That will be for you to decide.
Oh, thanks.
This hunt is yours to make, Aloy. Yours alone. No matter what happens, I will not intervene. You understand? You are on your own.
I should stay out of sight. I can use the tall grass to approach. Okay, let's see. Where can I place my traps?
Whoa. We're gonna be needing a lot of this. Come on. It's taking a sweet time. Doesn't have any weak spots. Yes, it does.
I'm ready. Gotta be. It saw me.
Oh. Come on, Aloy. Where are you? Wrong weapon, man. Oh, I should have done some capturing on that one.
I'd have to ditch something.
Nah, we're not ditching anything. What? Oh, we gotta get the whole lot. Is that it? Fine. What was it? Chill water. What? Oh, what was that? I think I've got too many things. Oh, I can sell these? Oh, I gotta use them for crafting. Right. Well, I should have done that. What is it? Chill water and sawtooth heart. 1 and 4. Why did I sell them? I don't know. You can't even sort... How do I sort this? Huh? Oh, tab. Whoops. Where's the water? Am I... Blaze... Rabbit bone... So I just dropped the whole lot, did I? Hold up. No, that's not what I want to do. Oh, I see. Chilled water. Nope, stop doing that. How do I use these things? Oh, I'm starting to sort of get it. Maybe not. Right.
Why did I bring you here?
Not to answer questions.
Aloy.
Survival requires perfection. It was a test to hone my skills against a dangerous new machine.
No. Follow. These are Nora hunting lands. They must be protected. If you hadn't destroyed the Sawtooth, how many Braves might it have killed or injured tomorrow? The lesson lives within the question, Aloy. For years, you've trained to win the Proving, but only for yourself. As a Brave, it will be your duty to fight for your tribe.
My tribe? You said I wouldn't need them.
But I never said the tribe wouldn't need you. The strength to stand alone, Aloy, is the strength to make a stand. To serve a purpose greater than yourself. That is the lesson you must learn. And remember it. After the Proving. And after I'm gone. We're finished here. Follow. Dawn has passed. This will be your last day in the Embrace as an outcast. Use the time to set your mind on the challenges before you. When it is time for you to go to Mother's Heart, I'll be waiting for you along the way.
I'll go back to the cabin with you.
I'm not heading there just yet. I have other plans.
Oh, such as?
I'll be waiting for you when it is time.
I understand the final lesson, Rost.
Do you?
But if I'm going to stand for something, it'll have to be something I believe in.
Then I hope you find it, Aloy. I hope you do.
I'll see you at Mother's Heart then.
You will.
Generous reward box. Nice. Right, what I mean by I understood how this thing works is, yeah, I've got a limited 2020 capacity, and these things, well, you sell them, and their rarity, the value, I mean, it seems fairly straightforward enough. Alright, I'm gonna find a trader. Is there not quests? See, I thought there were other tutorials that I did and they would appear, but nope. Quest category. Oh. Yeah, so there are resources that I can accumulate, as far as I know. I'm sure there's a limit to it. Oh yeah. The shards I can keep collecting, because they're used as money as well.
Pressure's lifting. Rain's here.
Dang it. Didn't get that rabbit. I wonder if it is the shadow causing some slight drop-offs. Not sure I can tell the difference.
Aloy, we must speak. So, it's time. Are you ready?
Yes, I guess. It's louder than I expected.
You've never been so close before.
I guess everything's bigger up close.
Soon it'll all seem familiar. Like home.
I don't know about that.
Look for High Matriarch Teersa. She'll help you. Any other concerns?
What should I expect once I'm inside?
There'll be people celebrating and feasting. More than you've ever seen in one place. No other village compares to Mother's Heart. It is the seat of the High Matriarchs, a center of Nora life, a jewel of the sacred land. Give it time, and you'll grow fond of it. As I was, back when I was at the tribe.
Are you sure they're gonna let me in?
I've told you, Aloy. By law, any child outcast can run in the Proving.
And any who pass are made braves and are outcasts no more. I know that. But not everyone follows the law like you do, Rost.
Have faith, Aloy. The tribe will honor your right.
Any final lessons before I head in?
No. You've learned every lesson the Wilds have to teach.
It was you who taught me, not the Wilds. Not sure my bow and spear will be much help in there, though.
It is with bow and spear that you'll win what you've wanted all these years, Aloy. Answers.
I'm ready to do this. See you back home in a few days?
You will not find me there, Aloy. Here. Take this, too. Remember.
Why are you talking like we'll never see each other again? No. No!
You should be with the tribe. And I will always be an outcast.
But I told you, I have that figured out. I'll come to you in secret. I'll be the one breaking the law, not you. You don't even have to talk to me.
This attachment to me will only hold you back. It's my wish that you embrace the tribe. You've lived in isolation long enough.
Not until now, I didn't.
For your sake, I must go where you will never find me. This is goodbye.
Oh man, that's harsh.
No, it's not. You taught me how to track. Wherever you go, I can follow.
Not this time.
This time. And every time. I'll be wearing this when I find you.
May All-Mother bless you, Aloy.
And you. I have to let him go. For now.
Dang.
First, the Proving. After that, I'll see where his trail leads.
Wait, where's the save point? Oh, dang it. One right there. one of the game will penalize me for going back to the save point like this. Hopefully not. Some games like, you're straying too far, you're getting too far from the objective. Don't do it. What? I gotta use that to unlock it? It's a bit weird. I gotta use quick save to unlock it.
Easier when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm. Wait, I'm going wrong way. Bad sense of direction.
You will turn back, outcast. Or bleed. Your choice.
Make way! Make way! Braves, stand aside. She is welcome here. Mother's heart is open to you, child. Come. I assure you, most Nora aren't so rude as those idiots.
You're Teersa?
Who else would I be? Come on now. I've been waiting for this day a long time.
You have?
Oh, yes. But for the moment, I must leave you. I have other outsiders to keep safe tonight.
You what?
Envoys from another tribe, the Karja. Come to observe the proving, and oh, how the Nora hate the Karja.
Karja.
But that's my problem. We will talk later. In the meantime, enjoy the festival. Oh, down the path to the right, you'll find an old friend who can't wait to see you.
But I don't know anyone here.
Try telling him that. We will talk later. May the goddess protect.
What is going on?
They do this every...
Is it party time? Oh, hang on.
Ah, this brings me back. This brings me back.
Yeah, it brings you back. That's what everyone says. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love this part.
Do you? Do you love this pod?
Hi.
Hello.
Enjoy this every year.
It's better than last year.
Is it? Alright, this is... Oh, there is a save point here, okay.
I spent some time in the wilds. I think we have that in common.
What is this?
Apologize for
Oh.
drinking. Bunch of chuffs. I don't apologize.
I like this sort of thing where you can warm your hands to sort of absorb the whole ambience, atmosphere.
What is a forest fire?
Bast. What about Vala?
Aloy! It's you, isn't it? Over here.
You know,
Look like
it
you've
might
aged.
be time for me to find a soft fur.
It is Aloy, isn't it? I'm remembering your name correctly?
Are you the old friend Teersa told me about? I don't know you.
I see you don't recognize me. Well, it was a long time ago. Teb is my name. You were half my size when you saved me from a herd of machines.
I remember. You tried to thank me.
I never forgot that day. All these years, I hope to see you again, if you came to run in the proving. As you can see, I didn't turn out to be much of a hunter. I served the tribe as a stitcher instead, a maker of garments and armor. In preparation for this day, I've made an outfit for you. I hope you like it.
What's it going
Thanks.
to cost?
Cost? Nothing. Consider it the thanks I tried to give years ago. Long overdue.
Oh. That is expensive. And sell some stuff. Right, thanks for the cash. Wait a second. 5 wires. I can afford this. What does this do? Oh. Interesting. Maybe in a bit.
There. Seems to fit you perfectly.
Thanks. I was gonna buy something else.
Ted. I've never had anything like this before.
Well, it's yours. I think you'll find it affords more protection than what you were wearing. Every outfit offers some advantage. It's always a trade-off. Anyway, I shouldn't keep you any longer. Head for the Matriarch's Lodge if you want to find Teersa. You'll know it when you see it. A large wooden building with an angry mob waiting outside.
Teersa said something about envoys from another tribe?
Yes, that's what the mob's angry about. Carja visiting our sacred land for the first time in years. I'd expect to see some tomatoes fly, maybe rocks. Hopefully not spears. In any case, be ready to duck.
And then
Thanks, Ted.
she asked for a mate blessing with my father. I swear.
The girls at Mother's
I think you guys had enough drink. Ma'am,
that.
you might want to cover because it seems pretty cold out here. Okay.
Excuse me? I'm a bit distracted at the moment.
Distracted with what? Drinks? Stuff? Oh, hang on. Oh, he's a trader. Okay. Oh, you can't even... You can't change the angle. Thanks. Thanks for the show. It's pretty cool. I like like how it sort of echoes. What the? Why can I not control stuff now? Can't even change the angle.
Let me tell you about this dream I had last night.
We don't need to do that.
Jog! Get down from there! Bad enough you're drunk. Why do you have to go climbing houses?
Oh, not supposed to go climbing on other people's roofs, huh?
Imagine. Get down from there,
Too
now!
much drink.
Just what you want, isn't it? For me to fall on my head.
Now. What I want is for you
you'll
to
have
climb
to tell
down.
us when I'm gone.
What you want is for me to have no fun at all.
All life came from
Fine.
All Mother.
Stay up on the roof all night if you want.
Yeah, I will.
Beasts,
Keep it
all
down
were
over there.
her
I'm
children.
trying to listen.
They lived alongside each other in the comfort of her wild embrace. But some grew restless. Though they took of her bounty, they wanted more. These were the faithless. The machines had whispered to them, promised to serve them, to make them a new world, better than the one All Mother provided. A world of metal. They told the faithless they would do all the work for them. Feed them, shelter them, give them a life of ease, of plenty. And so, the faithless left with the machines. Only the true children, the mothers and fathers of the Nora, stayed with All Mother. At first, the machines did as they had promised. They built cities, great and terrible, monuments to their sins, but they would not serve the faithless for long. A king rose up among the machines, a machine more powerful than any other, the Metal Devil. And then the faithless served him, served the machines. That was not enough for the Metal Devil. He wanted all to serve him, and tried to tempt the true children away from All Mother. They would not go. They gathered on the mountainside to cling to her and prayed, more devoted than ever. The Metal Devil raged louder than thunder. In his fury, he came to confront All Mother, intending to kill her. She struck him down forever. As you know, for his lifeless body is up there still, frozen in shame and defeat. The machines were driven mad by the death of their king, and their minds became as wild as beasts. The faithless abandoned their cities, forced to wander the world without the care of the machines. Only we remain the true children of All Mother. We built all this with the hands that she gave us. Machines are to be hunted. Metal to be used for scrap, for craft. But never to be adored. And we stay true to her laws, resolute in our prayers, don't we? For the dangers are never over. Still the faithless envy our sacred land and covet it. And year upon year, the machine's anger grows, searching for little Nora boys and girls who have not behaved. What? Is that a machine among us now? No, no. These old eyes are mistaken.
Interesting.
Listen carefully now, for you'll have to tell this when I'm gone.
I was just
In
repeating.
the beginning,
Yep.
all life came from All Mother. People, machines, and beasts, all were
I missed the
her
front
children.
bit. Just
They
wanna
lived alongside each other
hear
in
it.
the comfort of her wild embrace.
hear her talk about
But
it.
some grew restless. Though they took of her bounty, they wanted more. These were the faithless. The machines had whispered to them, promised to serve them, to make them a new world,
Hey,
better
Madkip,
than the one
how's it
All
going?
Mother
Welcome.
provided. A world of metal. They told the
Just
faithless
listening
they
to
would
the
do
front bit
all the
again.
work for them. Feed them, shelter
Because I
them,
missed it.
give them a life of ease, of plenty. And so, the faithless left with the machines.
Only the true children, the mothers and fathers of the Nora,
Nice.
stayed
Nice.
all mothers.
Just jumps it.
At first, the machines did as they had
fire
promised.
last year.
They built
Alright, we've heard all that.
great and terrible.
What is this?
Monuments to their
Ooh,
sins.
we'll take some of that.
There were so
They
many
would not serve
scandals
the
last
faithless
time.
for long. A
Oh,
king
right.
rose up among the
Good morning
machines,
to you.
a
It's about
machine
midday
more
for me.
powerful than any
So far, it's
other.
not bad.
The
It's
metal
quite an
devil.
emotional journey, I feel. It looks quite nice.
Served the machines.
It's not
That
bad.
was not enough for the metal
I don't have it on like max settings or anything like that.
Over here.
Oh, this guy. Yeah, so I don't want to spoil the
Come on
story
over,
for you.
Aloy.
I don't want to spoil the story for you, but yeah, I'm at a certain point in the story where I'll be going to the next stage.
Aloy, here.
The next chapter, I think.
Karst? What are you doing here?
Careful. Pretend like we've never met. I wasn't supposed to trade with outcasts in the wilds, remember?
How could I forget? And how generous of you to talk to me now.
Don't be like that. You know I'll be rooting for you in the proving tomorrow. Can't wait to see the looks on some of these faces when you win. And if you need any last-minute supplies, I'm your man.
So, Mother's Heart. I thought you preferred the wilds.
Well, man can't drink alone all the time, can he? Truth is, I get lonely once in a while. There, I admitted it. Don't think less of me.
I won't hold it against you. If you give me a discount.
You can't be.
I'm joking, Karst. It's good to see you.
Don't go soft on me.
Ah, okay. Right. Yeah, it is a pretty big game. I think the size is 100, but I pre-ordered it and the pre-install was 60 gig or something like that. It will take a while, and they had day one patch. There was some problems. Haven't really encountered it. I mean, this game is made in 2017. It's okay in terms of the port. I've seen worse port than this. I know some people have a lot of problems, but so far I'm okay. I think, like, because I'm not running at max settings, that could be it. There are certain things that's a bit odd with this, with the gameplay. Just the gameplay. I was gonna say something I've forgotten now. Oh yeah, I think it's cheaper on Green Man Gaming. I think they had a deal on. I don't know if it's any different now. I did buy it on Steam. Like, it was $5 cheaper, and then it went up. I didn't buy it during that time. I was like, oh great, it went up, and I bought it when it was expensive, and then I refunded it and went to Green Man Gaming to buy it. That makes sense. Yeah, and also once you've installed it and run the game for the first time, it does like an optimization thing. For some people, it takes up to 10 to 15 minutes for the optimization. For me, maybe 7 minutes. So it's not too bad.
All right, let's do this.
Got some outfits. He sells the same thing as that other guy, right? I thought each person would sell different things. It's more stealthy. 50 shards and 3 blaze. How many of this? No, I don't want to waste it. Still trying to get used to the system they have in here. I didn't quite understood part of it before. I don't even know how to do modifications. I don't think we can do that yet. Oh, nice. That's a good one. I didn't get... I got only a slight discount. There was like additional discount later on, but I already bought it by then. It's like a voucher or something like that. I was a bit late.
Always happy to take your shards.
You know, I thought this guy was gonna say, yeah, I'm here just to do business, not because I'm lonely.
I won't let the Karst faithless stop me from enjoying.
I mean, it looks pretty nice.
What harm can they do now?
Oh, does it? Yeah, it does have that sort of feeling. Like, I suppose, primal, like, because they're not really primitives. That's not the way to put it, but it does sort of remind. It looks a bit like that. I mean, I didn't play Primal. I've seen parts of it. Look at the menu, the icons and stuff like that.
The Carja have come to make amends. I won't deny them the chance.
In a moment, we shall bless the proving. But first, we have guests to welcome.
For 2 years, we have been at peace with the Carja. It is time to restore our bonds of trade with Meridian. These envoys come to us under a banner of peace.
Peace. It's peace.
An enunciation of gratitude written
Killers
by
and
the hand
slavers!
of
Yeah!
Sun King of
Killers and slavers!
Hey!
Luminance of
Hold your fruit, Nora. Nora Faithful, hold your fruit. Now I'm Oseram, not Carja, so I'll put it to you straight. The 13th Sun King was a murderous bung. He was. He was a tyrant and a monster. He raided my tribe for a blood sacrifice, just like yours. My own sister was taken. I hated the Carja. But the 13th king is dead. 2 years now. Who killed him? The 14th.
Yeah.
Not because he lusted for power, but because someone had to put an end to his father's atrocities.
Yeah!
The message that this poor priest means to read is an apology. Straight from the lips of the 14th king. So please, can't you lend him your ears?
Thank you. An enunciation of gratitude written by the hand of Sun King Avad, 14th luminance of the Radiant Line. People
Looks like the
of
sergeant
the
have
Nora,
come to make an unknown
on the
device.
eve
I won't
of
deny
your
them.
proving,
What's that mean?
No,
Hmm.
the Carja stands with you as the sun's light frames
He's wearing
the
a locust,
stoutest trees.
just like mine.
What
As
the?
those you have nurtured,
You're the only other person I've ever seen wearing a focus. Where did you get yours?
What? A Nora? Wearing one of these? That's impossible. Your tribe fears the old places, forbids them.
Who says I'm like other Nora?
Why, I guess you're not. If you've gone delving in the ruins of the metal world.
What's wrong?
Apologies. Malfunction.
Oh, Lynn, you making friends with locals, are we?
I'll come back.
Wait.
No, we'll talk later. Have to go.
Whoa. Well, I guess he's more hungover than I thought. Hey, you got the same trinket that Olin has on his head. Since when did those become fashionable?
His name is Olin? Who is he? And where did he get one of these?
He's just a scrounger with friends in high places. He spends half his time digging for artifacts, the other half drinking or dicing. As for the trinket, well, I guess he dug it up somewhere. Just a weird old jewel he sticks on his face. I mean, no offense. It looks great on you.
Making a pass.
I thought your friend was gonna go down in a hail of fruit, but you really calmed the crowd.
Thanks. I wasn't sure I could do it. Lenora is still pissed with the Carja about the Red Raids, and who can blame them?
I wanted to ask you something else.
If you want. But I'll also be around after that blessing thing, if that'd be a better time to talk.
I never heard anything about Red Raids growing up. What were those?
Your tribe was at war and you didn't even know? Were you kept hidden away? Did you have overprotective parents or something?
I grew up as an outcast, shunned by the tribe.
Oh, yeah, I've heard the Nora do that. That seems cruel, if you ask me. But even an outcast knows about the derangement of the machines, right? How they get deadlier every year?
Well, the mad Sun King figured if he spilled enough blood to the Sun God, it would calm the machines. Didn't work. But for years, he raided the tribes and took captives for sacrifice. My sister among them. The Nora put up a good fight, but lives were lost.
Oh yeah, I think initial install, initial download is like 70 gigs. It was like 60 something for me. But I don't know, after downloading it, when it starts to install, it might become bigger. Yeah. Yeah, I hope you enjoy it. I think it's I think you like it. It's got hunting stuff in it. I don't know if you played the recent Tomb Raider. I don't want to compare this to Tomb Raider, but it has certain things that's sort of similar to it. Similar, but I feel like this does it better. In some ways, I mean, it's a completely different game. There's some things that sort of reminded me. They've got a campfire thing, but you don't really do your upgrades in the campfire, as far as I know, because I'm only like a couple hours in, 3 hours in maybe. I mean, there's a bow and arrow stuff. There's the climbing type of thing. It just kind of reminds, and even the character movement sort of reminds me a little bit of Lara Croft. Like, I don't really like the movement in the recent Tomb Raiders. Like, it feels very weightless and floaty, that she's like bouncing around. And this is not so bad. It's more, it feels like there's a weight to her movement, but it still has that little bit of a weightlessness in some ways. Not as severe, I think, as Lara Croft. But like, if you played at Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you know how the character feels grounded, almost like there's a weight to them. With her, with Aloy, it doesn't feel that way. That makes sense. I can show it to you later on if we get far enough. And you liked it? That's good. Okay. Okay, like if you like that, like the bits where you go around hunting the animals and stuff like that, in this game there is something similar to that sort of stuff as well. You can hunt animals as well as robot animals. Yeah, I think you'll like this. I think you will. There's all these dialogue things as well, which is interesting.
So what happened? How did it all end?
The Mad King's own son united Carja rebels with Oseram freebooters. And together we did the impossible, took back Meridian and killed the crazy old king. So now the son sits on the throne, and it's a big improvement. Under Avad, there's no more sacrifices, no more slavery. People from all tribes are welcome in Meridian now, even Nora exiles. You really should come visit.
Alright, no worries. Enjoy. There's a lot of stuff.
Who are the Oseram?
Oh, that's my tribe, far to the northwest. We're good at 3 things: arguing, working steel, and brewing.
And freebooters. What are those?
I guess you could say we were mercenaries, warriors for pay. Except a lot more loyal than that makes us sound. Avad couldn't have taken down his father without our metal and muscle. And now some of us serve proudly as his personal vanguard.
Your sister was taken captive and sacrificed. That's terrible.
Captive, yes. Sacrificed, no. It takes more than a few Carja to finish Ursa. She got away, and now she's my captain. Captain of the entire Vanguard. Favored by the Sun King himself.
How did she survive?
Oh, that's a story, all right, but it takes a while to tell. Maybe another time over a drink or 3?
Oh, hold on that. Hold on.
Or just come to Meridian and meet her yourself. I think you'd like each other. You're both rather, direct.
Yeah, I might do that. He's really trying to sneak.
You said the machines have been getting more dangerous every year.
Yeah, I don't have to tell you that, right?
First I've heard of it.
Oh, sorry. I just assumed everyone knew. Well, the way I hear it, 15, 20 years ago, the machines weren't always pissed off like they are now. When a hunter came at them, they'd spook and run. So it was hard to take them down, but not dangerous, so long as he was smart enough to jump out of the way. But then the derangement starts up and everything changes. Now, when a hunter fires a shot, the machines snarl and charge right at him. A few more years pass and they start attacking people on sight. Going anywhere becomes a major risk. If that wasn't bad enough, entirely new kinds of machines start showing up. Bigger, meaner, and heavily armed.
Like the Sawtooth.
Yeah, 10 years ago, that one. But every couple of years or so, something worse comes along. Believe me.
So what's making it happen?
And no one knows. And the machines, well, they aren't telling.
Tell me about the derangement again.
Well, the way I hear it, 15, 20 years ago, the machines weren't always pissed off like they are now. When a hunter came at them, they'd spook and run. So it was hard to take them down, but not dangerous. But then the derangement starts up. Now, when a hunter, a few more years, if that wasn't bad enough.
Like the Sawtooth.
Yeah, 10 years.
So what's making...
And no one knows.
If the Carja have such a cruel history, how did you end up serving them?
The last king and his men were butchers. But the new king wants peace. There's nothing cruel about that. Besides, the Carja don't just fight, they build. Well, take Meridian. Next to it, everything else is just a bunch of sticks and stones.
Stick and stones? How come it doesn't look grayed out?
Just how big is Meridian?
Oh.
What's it like?
Where do I even start? My tribesmen are masters of the forge, the best tinkers in the world. But when it comes to building, the Carja have us beat. The city soars over a canyon with more bridges than the Nora have roads and buildings tall as mountains. And across the valley stands the spire, like a blade thrust into the sky reflecting the sun. You really owe it yourself to see it. So consider that a challenge. Or an invitation.
Sure. What was it saying? Oh, it was before I think it was Carja. I thought I got mixed up. I thought I already talked about Meridian. My bad.
I want to ask you about something you said before.
Ask away.
I've never seen armor like yours before.
You've never seen Vanguard steel? Well, let me introduce you. Ring-locked, impact-protected, sturdy enough to choke a sawtooth. It has to be. The Vanguard of the Sun King's best. Life-takers and machine-breakers to a one. You might even give a Nora warmaid like you more trouble than she can handle.
With all that metal to slow you down? I doubt it.
Yeah, hard to say. From where I'm standing, looks like a pretty even match.
This guy.
What else do you know about Olin?
Is he really that interesting? I'm starting to get jealous. Well, he scours the wilds for ruins, digs up stuff, and sells it to nobles. When he's not scrounging, he's scouting. Exactly the skills you want the man guiding your expedition to have. I've known him for a few years. He's a loyal companion, cares for his family, holds his drink well enough. I like him, but besides that, not much to tell.
He's pretty good in terms of the facial expression. And the voiceover, it really adds to it. Really cool. Is there more?
Tell me about Olin again.
Oh, it's a repeat.
When he's not scrounging, he's scouting. Exactly the skills you want the man guiding your expedition
not grayed
to have.
out.
I've known him for a few years. He's a loyal companion, cares for his family, holds his drink.
Yeah, now it's grayed out. Weird.
I should make my way to the blessing.
Yeah. Look, maybe I shouldn't say this, but it's obvious that you don't belong in this backwater. I mean, you're smart. You're obviously capable, and, well, I mean, look at you.
What are you talking about?
You know what. All right, if you ever visit Meridian, look me up. I'll show you around, make introductions. It'll be a whole new life, if you want it. Anyway, I have to go to that blessing thing, too, so, see you around, maybe?
Yeah, this guy. I'll see you around, maybe.
What harm can they do now?
He's like, you know what I mean. Dude. What am I doing? I don't know, could be. There's something weird as well. Like one of the tips says press R, but it's not R, it's like G. Unless I'm doing things wrong. He is trying, but he's trying to be subtle at the same time. He's not overly it's not too obvious, but you know, you could tell. Where's the fireplace? Hang on. Is there a place to save? Nope. I feel like the controls, if you play this long enough, you notice, like, it feels like the game is trying to wrestle the control from you. When I'm playing with mouse and keyboard. I don't play with controller. I mean, unless I really have to. But I don't even, like, if you're playing, say, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, when your character's moving or running, you can sort of turn the mouse around to turn the camera, but with this it's kind of awkward to do that. And you notice that the camera is sometimes on the left of her shoulder and sometimes on the right. I can't really control that. It's little things, but it's not really problematic. It's just something to get used to if you play a lot of Assassin's Creed. Because I just
start the blessing when all aspirants are in place.
All right, here we go. Not quite, like it's quite limited in what you can do. I mean, you can obviously change that. Pathfinding. I mean, this is pretty cool. You can customize what you see on your HUD, which is good. Oh, this is really good. It reminds me of Ghost Recon Breakpoint, where you can change what you can see on your HUD. I like that sort of customizability, even though I don't do a lot to it. The controls, yeah, funnily enough, I didn't change the sensitivity. I just left as default as far as I remember. And it seems to work quite well. There's your aim assist, mount follow road. That's AC's got that as well. Recent ones. What I like is the toggle sprint, which is always good. You don't have to hold down your shift button. And it's control mapping. Fairly, nothing intensive like you see in AC, but there are some weird things like you use medicine pouch. I still can't quite figure out if I should be using Q for that one. But tab brings out your arrow, your what your weapons are. So in a way, it's similar to Tomb Raider. I don't remember how you do that. You know how you can craft your arrows on the fly. Yeah, it's something I feel like Tomb Raiders might be a bit clunky, awkward, maybe. But you get used to it after a while with Tomb Raider. Yeah. It's nothing, very different. Yeah, it could be. It could be based around the obstacle. It's possible. Yeah, I think it does it on its own.
Oh!
Expecting more tomatoes?
In truth, I thought they were throwing stones.
Stones hit a lot harder. You'd know the difference.
If you wish to speak, we should do so after the ceremony. I'd rather not hold things up, or do anything else that angers these people.
Okay. He's gonna say some more? She looks like her default stance is like, I'm ready to go on action. I'm ready to take things down. Even in this environment. Excuse me.
Aloy.
Whoa, what was that?
Take your place right there. The prayer lantern is yours. I made it for you.
Blasphemy, sisters. Aspirants, before each of you sits a prayer lantern crafted by your mother. In her honor, light its flame.
I think that's the guy that threw a rock at her head, a stone at her head when she was a kid, like 6-year-old. Spoilers. Yeah, you're right. You can't blame her for being cautious. It's true. She's like an outsider, outcast sort of person. Wheel button, tomb raiders for crafting. Oh, okay. I've forgotten about that.
In honor of Rost. And all he did to help me get here.
Oh, Mother, hear our prayer. What is the child but a mother's hope that takes flight? A glowing flame that climbs the air, set free to the wind, sailing the sky till it fades and falls. So, from one to another, passes the chain of love.
There's Olin. I have some questions for him.
Yeah, it is beautiful, isn't it? I like the mood. It does sort of remind me of certain stuff in, you know, in Tomb Raider where she, at the very beginning, or the recent one, it's like in the party.
Aloy, now that the blessing has been made, you and I finally have a moment to speak. I hope the ceremony wasn't too unpleasant for you, given your circumstances.
You notice that the camera sort of switches back. I mean, in the cutscene, in the talking, like it sort of zooms in, zooms to the left, zooms to the right. It's weird. You notice it reminds me of Fallout 4, but not as severe. Yeah, the little detail, the backstory, I like it too.
I can't say it was comfortable, but I could see the beauty of the ritual, even so.
It takes a generous heart, Aloy, to commend a ritual that venerates all that you were denied.
All I'm saying is that it didn't bother me. I have bigger things to worry about than hearing the Nora mumble about their mothers.
I see. I imagine you must have questions for me then.
It surprises me the tribe lets outcasts run in the Proving. It's not like the Nora to be so hospitable.
It has always been law that any child outcast has this right, as a means to rejoin the tribe. So far as I know, however, you are the first ever to exercise this right.
I'm not surprised. I doubt many outcast children survive long enough in the wilds to come of age.
I think, rather, it is because child outcasts are so rare. In all my years, I've only known of one other child who was cast out. A boy of 13, who killed his mother. But at the Proving 5 years later, he did not appear.
No. I'd be surprised if he survived very long on his own.
But at least he had a chance. Other tribes would have simply executed him. It may be hard for you to accept, Aloy, but the practice of shunning is, relatively speaking, humane.
Oh, is it? Try it out for 18 years, Teersa, and then let me know what you think.
Ooh. Yeah, I can understand her, you know, how upset she is, how she's angry. Shunned from the rest of the, society.
Why was I made an outcast at birth, Teersa? What crime could I have committed even before I was born?
Aloy, this is not a question I can answer.
Why not? It's simple enough. And what about my mother? Is she here tonight, watching me? Or is she dead? Is she here? Or nowhere?
I am sure your mother is here with us, if only in spirit.
That's not really an answer, is it? Just so you know, Teersa, the reason I'm here is to get answers. Real ones. And when I win the Proving, I will demand them.
I know, Aloy. I would expect nothing less.
That's pretty cool. She's like very direct. Like, I want to know this stuff. That's... I would be terrified to be so direct. Oh yeah, the celebration thing. Yeah, I've forgotten what it was in Mexico, wasn't it? I've forgotten about that. Yeah, that's right. It's crowded and it's like it feels like I'm actually there with the music and the people and the food and stuff like that.
What about Rost? Why was he made an outcast?
So, he never told you?
He said he swore an oath never to speak of it.
Yes. As did I, and the other matriarchs. I'm sorry, Aloy, but Rost's past is another secret I must keep from you.
What else is new? Rost told me that matriarchs don't just lead the tribe. What else do you do?
We teach, offer counsel, give blessings. When necessary, we judge. Our only concern is the welfare of the tribe. Among our number this year, we count 3 high matriarchs and some 30 lesser matriarchs.
What's the difference?
Matriarchs are grandmothers with 2 generations of living progeny. But a high matriarch is a great-grandmother with 3 or more generations to her name. Thus do we speak for generations, lending our opinions weight. The high matriarchs most of all.
So, the more children you have, the more authority you get? I guess that's one way to decide who leads a tribe.
Oh.
Why would there be any other?
Interesting.
Why does Lansra hate me so much?
She is a woman of extreme opinions. More than that, I cannot say.
It's not my fault that I was born, or that the matriarchs decided to cast me out.
I side with you in this matter, but there are differences of opinion, and any vote of the high matriarchs requires a majority.
I should be going. I'm sorry if I've been too harsh. It's just, I've wanted answers for so long.
I know, child. You're not the only one who's waited years for this day. I will be praying for your success.
Okay.
How am I supposed to enjoy myself with those bloodthirsty Carja faithless hanging about, profaning the land?
So in this bit, I'm gonna be doing a lot of talking, because before I've been doing a lot of actiony, well, sort of like out in the wilds. See what this guy has to say.
That blessing wasn't bad. Nice and short, anyway. But I know a half-dozen Oseram tinkers who could put on a better fireworks show. Oops. I hope I'm not throwing a wet blanket on your sacred ritual. It was nice. Really.
Sure. Aaron, is that what you were saying? Oh, there's nothing else. Yeah, we've done all this.
I want to ask you about something you said before.
Ask away.
That's it?
Yeah, well, good luck in that proving thing. Maybe I'll see you in Meridian someday. Who knows?
Yeah. I think Teersa, she tries to be forward, but yeah, there's things holding her back because of the, you know, the beliefs, the rituals and things like that. Can't be helped. But at the same time, I feel like she's trying to be comforting.
Your blessing was most illuminating. I've never seen its like. A rare gift indeed.
But you don't believe in Allmother, do you?
Usually the distance between our tribes shrouds Nora ways from Carja eyes. But here among you, I see a beauty that shines true. Perhaps Naman is right after all, that the sun's light brightens all lands and all peoples.
Who's Naman?
One of my brethren, who believes the sky is wide enough for the faiths of all tribes.
Interesting.
Who are you, Sun Priest?
I am the Reverend Irid. The glory of the Carja is the sun's glory, reflected. We Sun Priests are but glimmers of its great light.
You just said a lot, but you didn't tell me anything.
My apologies. My duty is to carry out the will of the sun, by serving its emissary among us, the Sun King. I comfort those who walk by the light of day, and I travel to those in far reaches whom the light barely touches, bearing warmth.
Wait, are you saying you're a sun, bro? Praise the sun. No, that's a terrible, terrible reference. He does praise the sun, doesn't he? Sun King. Yeah, that's it. She's holding back. I was gonna say something else. Oh, dang, I've forgotten now. Oh well.
Who is the Sun King you speak for?
His Luminance Avad is the 14th king of the Radiant Line. His light envelops the sky and everything beneath it. He is the chosen of the sun. By his divine rule, we are given sight and purpose.
You speak highly of him. Do you know him well?
By his nature, he is unknowable and infallible. We are his instruments, not his companions. I have been in his presence, but we draw down our hoods so as not to behold his light directly.
He's the sun, he has total power, and no friends. That couldn't go wrong.
Thanks, my kid. I've only played it briefly because I'm terrible at it. I don't remember how far I got in the first one. I'm not referring Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1. I don't know how far did I get. I got through the initial area, the jailer. Is that the jailer? I've got his name now, the big guy. Got flown by a giant raven, dropped off. I don't know how far I got after that. Completely forgotten. It was too frustrating. My mind blanked it all out. The third one, good grief. I was struggling with the first boss. It's not even a boss. Well, I guess he is in order to move forward. The one where you have to take the sword out. Anyway, I'm terrible at that game. Wait, see? It's not grayed out, right? It looks like there's more to talk
If your
about.
Sun Kings are so infallible,
Oh, you can.
how do you explain the crimes of the last king?
Well, the sun's glory is a great and brazen crown for a vessel as small as a man. If the vessel is flawed, indeed in the burial caves, one can see the skulls of the past kings are cracked, trialed and fired in the sun's kiln. That can be too much for any man to bear, even a ruler of men.
So the sun can make bad choices like anyone else?
Oh, no.
Wait, what? Is this guy making excuses for the previous king? Is that what he's saying? It's like, oh, the vessel is weak, can't hold the purity. It's something like, it's like the skulls. What? Cracked? What?
Has there ever been a Sun Queen?
Many wives and consorts, of course. Or, oh, you mean for the sun to choose a queen? Oh, this has not happened.
Why not?
The sun is masculine, of course, and so would choose its heirs thus.
It's a light in the sky. I've never seen anything dangling from it. I don't know if you've noticed, but women run things around here.
Well, Avad took a woman as captain of his vanguard, the first to hold such an honor.
You mean Aaron's sister, Ursa. From what he told me, she sounds formidable.
Oh, formidable indeed. A woman, and an outsider as well.
She might make a fine Sun Queen, given a chance.
A Sun Queen? Oh, no. No.
No. No. I like her interaction. It's like, yeah, all right. I'm not gonna take any BS. I'm just gonna say it outright. Like, I don't see any dangling from the sun. That's good. Yeah, I don't have the patience for that game for sure, or those type of games. Yes. Oh, that's good. This is good.
So you live in Meridian?
I do. Where better to mark the sun's divine passage than where the sandstone glows in the light of its passing. I was raised in the mesa's great shade, its wild bird markets and metal cellars, spices and colored silks.
Sounds impressive.
Oh, you should behold it. And you can if you make the journey. At his luminance's order, we have flung its gates open to all.
Any Nora who leaves the sacred land becomes an exile. But hey, who knows where I'll end up.
I like the dialogues in this game. It really shows the character, not just the lore, right? You know, like how they're trying to express themselves, but at the same time, sort of hiding certain things. It's kind of hard to explain. Yeah, it at the end of the day, it shows their characters. What I'm trying to say.
Did you come all this way just to deliver your Sun King's speech?
It is my duty, and also my honor, to carry the light of atonement to those we overshadowed and wronged. I swallowed my fear, but it reemerged. I am glad Erend van Guardsman made this journey. He is my shield, a good man.
Yeah. I think that would be very RPG-ish. And maybe that's not what the intentions are. But yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, that would be quite RPG-like.
Why were the Karja at war with the Nora?
Under the 13th Sun King, the Karja had no peace with any tribe. His luminance has sent those days to dusk. We must renew the light that binds us, though few volunteered to come here.
The Nora scare you. They're good at making people feel unwelcome.
It's said one soldier died for every Nora taken alive. But I see you can be as calm as you are fierce.
This has been illuminating, but I should get going.
You have already been blessed, but may the dawn find you, the day warm you, and the dusk have light to guide your path.
Thank you, Irid. Thank you. I appreciate the blessing. Oh, let's talk to you. Olin.
Hello, Olin.
You know my name? Ah, guess Aaron told you.
Why did you act so strange when we spoke earlier?
Must be this festival. I'm really not one for crowds. Maybe I should just turn in.
Stop dodging my questions.
All right, cool your fire. I got nothing to hide.
Yeah.
What are you doing here, Olin? Why come to Noraland?
Aaron needed a scout for his expedition, and a second for his drinking. That's all. Someone to stop the Sun Priest getting lost. When all this is over, I'm back to delving ruins, rummaging for scrap, scrounging up trinkets to sell.
So you're an explorer?
Just another Outlander, girl. A man's gotta make his shards. I just make mine in service to the King's court. That's all.
I've never seen anyone else with a focus. Where exactly did you find it?
In a ruin, north of the Claim. That's our name for the Oseram homeland. Up there, the metal seams run deep. Steel giants half buried in loose soil. Forgotten caves that the old ones bored into mountain rock. Your eyes just lit up.
I found my focus in a cave just like you're describing. A ruin of the old ones.
If you've delved yourself, you know as much as I do. Go to those places for answers. Not me.
This guy's avoiding stuff again. Oh, thank you, Mudkip. Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I can't believe I finished it. Atlantis DLC was quite an adventure. Back to and then back to good old ancient Greece. It's like coming home in a way, going home. However you wanna describe it, it's a weird feeling.
When we spoke earlier, you winced, then looked like you were in pain. Or frightened. Did your focus show you something?
It didn't show me anything. I told you. It malfunctioned. Happens all the time.
Yes, I had quite a bit of fun. I think the Atlantis was quite an amazing place to be in. The last chapter of that game. Never happened to me. Why are you lying to me?
You're not a very convincing liar.
Do you always accuse people you've just met of lying?
Only the ones who aren't telling the truth.
Fire and spit, girl. I'm a plain hammered man with nothing to hide. You don't believe me? That's your trouble, not mine.
All right.
I don't understand. We have this device in common, but you can't wait to stop talking to me.
I already have all the friends I need, girl. I don't need the bother.
I'm used to being shunned by the tribe. I thought you'd be different.
It's nothing personal. It really isn't. You should... try to enjoy yourself tonight. Big day tomorrow. Always best to make every day count.
What is he trying to say? Hmm? Hunter's Lodge. Yeah, I think it's because she hasn't had a lot of exposure to people, you see. She spent a lot of time with the person that looked after her. Right. Oh, yeah, here we go, see? Like, if I click on... left click, she'll craft more arrows. And shock stuff. That's how you do it. You press tab to bring out the wheel. And it slows down time in the world. So it's somewhat similar to Tomb Raider. Yeah, that's right. I didn't know I could do that in this game. I mean, in here, like during, like, have this thing opened up in here. In the village. I thought they would lock that out. Where is the... is there a save point? Oh, yeah, there is. It's right there.
This
Oh no. You have to quick save to unlock the fast travel, but I can't fast travel yet. For some reason. Maybe you can do it later on. I thought I'll just do that. That's a 5.
All-Mother will remember your bravery today.
What's gonna happen?
Motherless chuff.
Excuse me?
What did you say?
Find your bed, outcast, and dream of winning the proving. That's the closest you're gonna get.
Oh, this is the bed house? With you standing guard, I figured it was the latrine.
Your very presence here...
In your face.
Well, well. Look who's come in from the wild. The motherless outcast.
Oh, this guy.
I see you've still got a scar from where that rock I threw hit you. Now that's a cherished memory.
You can be a real lard sometimes, boss. Cut it out.
Yeah, I think you're gonna unlock it as I travel through.
We saw you talking with the outsiders.
I mean, the
Couldn't
ability to
convince them
fast travel.
take you either, huh?
This guy. Alright.
Are you gonna let Boss talk to you that way?
Where's your
I
bite,
wouldn't.
outcast? Or did you need my permission to speak in the presence of a true Nora?
I just want to talk to you, to Vala.
You didn't know the words to the blessing, did you? But no one hears your prayers anyway.
Shut it. Alright. You wanna...
Aw, you even try to dress like a real Nora. Not that it fools anyone.
So this is how it's gonna be with you, is it?
This is how it's gonna be with everyone, outcast. You belong in the wilds, not Mother's heart. And you definitely don't belong in the proving.
The only way you know how to feel strong is to make someone else feel weak. It's not working.
I've trained all my life. You'll see tomorrow how strong I am.
Oh, I've seen plenty. You grew a man's body, kind of. But down deep, you're still a scrawny little brat.
You know, I often think of the day I gave you that scar. It's a cherished memory.
Wow.
What I remember is how the other children saw that you were a monster. But I suppose you leave that part of the story out when you tell it, don't you?
I branded you that day to mark your shame.
All you did that day was make me stronger. Just wait. I'll show you tomorrow.
Yeah, right. This is boring. Time for Boss to get some sleep.
No, Boss,
You'll be the
boring.
one surprised tomorrow, outcast. Not me.
Oh, are you gonna shut your mouth? Because that would be a surprise.
This guy, seriously.
Nice job handling Bast. That should keep him quiet. Till morning, anyway.
I don't believe we've met. I'm Aloy.
Oh, I know who you are. The competition. The others, they'll finish the proving. Most of them. But win it? That's down to Bast, you, or me. Vala.
Nice to meet you, Vala. You're right. I am going to win tomorrow.
Never celebrate a victory before it's earned, girl. My mother taught me that. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna get some sleep. I plan to be well rested when I run you into the ground tomorrow. Your bunk's right there when you want it.
Okay. Thanks.
Oh, have they messed it up? Have they messed up my bunk? I got a feeling they've messed it up. Is anyone else to talk to?
It's her.
It's her. Yeah. It's her. Aloy.
Looks kind of tough.
I am tough. She is tough. Oh, there's no bunks. It's just my own bed on the floor. Okay. Oh, okay. I've completely forgotten about that. Ah, right. Okay. Yeah, I think you have to wait till the story unlocks it.
So, your first day in Mother's Heart. What do you think? You've never slept in a Nora Lodge before. Not very private.
Hmm.
It has certain charms.
Homey enough, once you're accepted.
That's the problem.
I think you'll find a place here. I do. Get some rest.
Yeah, because no one wants to share with her, I think. No one wants to be close to her. Yeah, she grew up with Ross. And no one else. So her personality might be a bit rough as well. Bare hands on icy rocks. That always amazes me.
Braves! Ready yourselves!
What will it take to get you out of here?
Nothing.
Razor! That's my Razor!
Nah. Oh.
Your trophy is shattered, outcast.
Yeah,
Looks
you keep
like you'll need
laughing.
another.
Ain't giving up that easily. I ain't giving up that easily. See that? You see a glowing bits? That's a weak spot.
Okay, that was too far.
Nope, using the wrong weapon. I'm an idiot.
catch up.
What's the score? Oh, dang. Wait. Oh, freak. I'm so behind, man.
I've got to catch up.
We'll catch up. We'll catch up.
Slow and steady now. All you need is to finish. That makes all but one. Is the outcast coming?
She was behind me.
Looks strong, I think.
Apparently, I'm a bit discombobulated.
Dead last, girl. Might as well walk from here. Boss will win, Urvala, but you'll be made a brave so long as you finish.
Was it meant to be like this?
Oh, now. That's an old trail. 2 died on it last year. It's falling apart. Better dead last than dead altogether.
Did I mess up? Is this an alternate path?
Whoa,
Did
whoa,
it?
whoa, whoa! My old mother, are you crazy? You're gonna kill yourself! It doesn't get any easier. You're insane to go that way. That's it.
No way but forward
Just
now.
Stop right there.
Nah,
There.
we're right.
Gotta catch up.
And climb back up. You don't want to do this, girl. It's not
I
right.
can't see. Boss, Urvala right behind.
Come on now.
You can do it.
Faster. Stop dragging.
Go. Yeah, this bit. Does it remind you of Tomb Raider? Look at it.
Gotta keep going.
The outcast. On the old trail? Is she crazy?
Good. I'm gaining.
The outcast is catching up. How'd she get up there?
She's Aloy. She can do it. You can do it, Aloy.
This is gonna be close. Made it. Come on now, hurry. Keep at it.
Sorry, dude. I'll be right there. I just gotta finish this bit.
I've trained my whole life for this.
You can do it, Aloy. You
They
can
had a
do
tribe,
it.
but I had the wilds. Precision. Not enough. Must be perfect.
Ooh, jeez.
Come on, you can make it. Can't let them beat me now.
She didn't win! The outcast cheated!
An outcast? Win the proving? Never.
What? This was...
For she is a brave now.
Oh.
We did it.
As are you all. So long as you put your trophy on the altar. But it is Aloy. Once outcast, and now brave, who is first among you.
Oh, what the... Oh, freak.
Aloy! Go!
Keep them pinned down till the others arrive.
Holy freak.
We can't stay here. That's the way out. But we won't make it under fire.
They can't shoot if they're dead. Keep them busy. I'll find an angle.
Fast! Fast! Are you with us?
I'm with you!
Let's go. Now!
Yeah, it looks like now tribe's attacking us.
Too many of them! We can't win!
Yeah, we can.
We can't hold them!
Shut it.
Oh, Mother, help us!
Kill them! Kill the invaders!
They're too strong! We can't stop them!
Getting that headshot down. Thank you, dude. Thanks. Kind of hard to see.
Quick! Run for the slip wire!
Oh, here we go.
Kill them all! No witnesses, no survivors!
Let me at him.
Don't give up!
She's coming!
Where are you?
Oh no! There's more! They keep coming! How many are there?
You want this? Here. Come on.
Up on the ridge. There's more of them.
Too many of them!
Oops.
We can't hold them! Oh, Mother, help us!
Come on.
Kill
What
the
am I doing?
defilers!
There's no block in this game as far as I know.
Kill the defilers!
They're too strong!
Ow.
We can't stop them!
Kill the...
Oh, hey, suspense. Sorry, missed your message there.
Now, descend while we have a chance.
How you doing, dude? Welcome, welcome. I'm doing alright, thanks. Oh, what?
Get back!
It's got an automatic weapon. Oh, jeez. Holy freak.
The red hair dies now! Everyone, forward!
Holy freak. That is harsh. Oh, jeez. They're not kidding. All right.
Where'd you go?
I got your number, dude. Shock traps. Whew, this is mad, isn't it? My morning's been alright. Actually, it's like afternoon. I'm supposed to have lunch now. Oh, sorry, talking to Mudkip. Thank you, Mudkip. Difficulty, you can set it. You can set it to story mode. I've got it on easy. It's not bad. You can set it to various things. Yeah, I'll show you. See? So I'm actually playing on relax mode at the moment. What were you saying before? I wanted their own 2 minutes. In a way, maybe, but I think this is a bit better. I mean, a bit different. It's a different sort of game. It has some similarities. Yeah, that's what I like. It's got the selection mode. I'm glad you're doing well. Suspense.
No one.
It's kind of hard to see with the... There we go. I'm not used to the reticle. I don't know why. Oh no, is that dude? Oh no, this is someone else. They've got the thing as well. I thought she was gonna stab him. Oh.
Turn your face to the sun, child.
Oh no. Yeah, they have it. Oh.
Burn it all, then to your task.
As you command.
Aloy. Aloy. Survive.
Dang, that is messed up. So that person was like a father to her? He was an exile?
She is dying. To take her there is blasphemy! She should be near her mother.
Aloy. I'm so sorry. Turn your face to the sun, child.
I have to get out of here. I need my focus. No.
Yeah, that's
They must have found me before I bled out. But why is no one here? Where am I?
Yeah, that's a fair point. Oh, now we can unlock some skills. Oh, I gotta find a place to save as well. Menu not available right now. Okay. But I think between, you know, a fiery explosion versus a cliff that might have some snow at the bottom to break the fall, you know, you really don't have a choice, right? I mean, he doesn't really have a choice. Like, either, you're right, he saved her from being thrown off, but then there's an explosion that's gonna happen, which is, what is that? 99% or 100% lethality versus, I don't know, what percentage of surviving a fall into a snow. I mean, yeah, she could crack a skull, bust a back, but those are probability. It's a fair point.
My clothes. Good. But where's my focus? It's here. Okay. Wait. Am I inside the sacred mountain? But only matriarchs are allowed inside. I don't see my bow here. Or that damaged focus, the one I took off that killer. Where are they?
So this is where you get to use this focus thing and you can do some puzzle type things to unlock stuff.
I should keep looking.
Wait.
I'm picking up some kind of signal.
Before we do that, was there something else behind here? Came up from that. What's in here? Nothing. I'm guessing that's the bathroom. Yeah, that's a good point. Also, they want to make it dramatic, I suppose. You know, explosion, making it look climactic sort of thing.
It looks like the ruins I fell into when I was young.
Mm-hmm.
The Nora didn't build this place. The old ones did. But why?
What the? Wasn't expecting this. Oh, this is like a secret location.
Some
Nice.
kind of power cell. I wonder what it's for.
Won't let me do it with it yet. Okay. Nothing there. Sweet.
there. With the rest of my things.
Just grab it.
Now, what can you show me? Ah!
All commanders, halt excavations and proceed at once to the mission point. Avoid all contact with Nora savages, but if you are seen, kill every witness. Target imaging attached. Do not fail.
Target imaging. Who says I'm like other Nora? They saw me through Owen's focus. How is that possible? Then make it quick. I'm heading in.
Hold for identiscan.
You need to stop listening to Ted and start listening to me. Where's this from? And when? Are you my mother? Why try to kill me just because I look like you?
Aloy, you are awake.
You brought me here?
Quickly, you must follow.
To where?
To the place where you were born.
Well, getting more mysteries.
Are you saying I was born here? Inside the mountain?
It is easier if I show you.
I was going to say something, I've forgotten now. I always do that. I gotta get some food. Big time.
Why did you bring me here?
It seemed you were dying, and to die near one's mother is sacred. Lansra fought it, of course, but Jezza sided with me.
Is my mother here? Am I going to meet her?
It's complicated. Please, just follow me.
Does my mother look like me, but with short hair?
I don't see how that could be. You were not born of a woman, Aloy. The mountain is your mother.
What are you talking about?
Come.
What is this place?
The Great Chamber, where All Mother slew the Metal Devil and gave birth to you. Aloy, the Proving Massacre was just the first of many disasters. The war party we sent after the killers was ambushed and slaughtered.
But what does that have to do with where I was born?
My hope is everything. This is where we found you. We heard your cries, came to look, and there you were.
Just lying there?
Yes.
You mean I came from behind the door?
Always, that is what I have believed. That you came from the womb of the mountain. A gift from All Mother herself. But others, like Lansra, feared that a darker power put you here. Not a gift, but a curse.
But This isn't a goddess.
Aloy!
It's a door. With people behind it. My mother?
Oh.
Hold for identiscan.
The goddess speaks.
Just like the woman I saw.
Error. Alpha registry corrupted. Identity cannot be confirmed. Entry denied.
No. No. Please.
Aloy, All-Mother spoke to you, as if she knew you.
Were you not listening? It didn't recognize me.
Because of corruption. The goddess's own words. Surely, if you heal this corruption, she will see you clearly.
And how would I do that?
You said you've had visions. Of a woman with short hair.
The killers came for me because I look like her.
But their power is overwhelming. Is there no other trail to follow?
Olin. He was one of the outsiders. The night before the proving. The killers saw me through his eyes. He lives in Meridian.
So you will have to leave the sacred land.
I've been an outcast all my life. Why not an exile too?
Shh. There is another way. Come, and we will make it so.
Wow, so many
You
things.
said the tribe was on the brink of extinction. What happened?
After the massacre at the Proving, a great war party was sent after the killers. Less than half survived.
How was the war party defeated?
The killers do not fight alone. Somehow they have a power over the machines, corrupting them, driving them mad.
So the killers got away?
Yes. And now the only plan my sister matriarchs can agree to is to sing the Hymn of Atonement and beg for All-Mother's mercy, as though she would not want us to help ourselves.
Then, what's your plan?
This was my plan. To show you where you were born and loose you to follow the destiny All-Mother intended for you.
It's crazy.
The other High Matriarchs are waiting for us.
Not crazy.
Let me
it's
do the talking.
I think they've turned, like, because they misunderstood the technology and, you know, superstition and beliefs took over. So they think that it's like some sort of goddess entity or divine entity, right? But they were fighting against the AIs or robots a while back.
It is done? Yes. I showed her. Sisters, the goddess spoke to Aloy, told her to heal the corruption. Ha!
But how is she to do that?
She will have to journey beyond our sacred land.
A seeker? If the goddess spoke, it must be so.
You would name this thing a seeker?
Sister!
For once, Lansra, join with us.
This will be your sin, not mine. Send her seeking, and may she never be seen again.
Aloy, by the holy grace of the one goddess, we hereby anoint you a seeker of the Nora tribe.
No barrier can now stay you from your sacred task. May All-Mother protect you and sustain you. Stay true. I will make ready for the hymn. Our hopes lie with you.
Tirsa, what's a seeker?
You are. And here is your mark. In times of great need, the High Matriarchs may anoint a seeker. A worthy brave sent forth to accomplish a great purpose. No matter where that purpose might take her.
Even beyond the borders of the sacred land?
Yes. And with the right to return when you are done, or as the need arises.
No, I don't think so. 30 years. Oh no, I think she's like 18 or something. I don't know. I don't think they created her just to be a seeker. I think her DNA was similar to that lady that you saw with the short hair. Maybe like from a trying to be scientific point of view, she was maybe a clone. Maybe she was born naturally and someone was living inside that chamber and placed her outside there. Because the story goes, the great mother, or I've forgotten her name now, defeated the giant robot AI beast, and that's how the story went. I think you might have heard a bit of it when you came in, when that storyteller was talking about it. But I think maybe the person who defeated the AI was just a human who had really, really good technical knowledge. And then she ended up living inside the giant robot. Maybe somehow she was able to engineer a life. And that's Aloy. I think.
Have there been other seekers?
There have, but they are rare, and most who set out are never heard from again.
Was Rost a seeker?
No, not a seeker.
What are you not telling me?
This is not the time, Aloy. Perhaps another day.
So I can go anywhere at all? No restrictions?
Even to forbidden places, like the tainted lands beyond All Mother's sight. Or the ruins of the metal world.
I see.
Is it
What was
rapey?
done with Rost's body?
I'm afraid there was very little left to recover.
Oh, jeez.
But what there was, we buried at the place where he raised you. With flowers on the grave.
Thank you.
That is harsh. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. I'm just theorizing here. Like, yeah, maybe she was. Maybe she was naturally born, and that person that had the short hair, who shared the same DNA as her, placed her outside the robot to be looked after. Maybe, I don't know.
Why are the lands beyond Nora territory called tainted?
Is it not obvious? Our land is sacred. We live in sight of the one goddess, All Mother, source of all that lives. Beyond her sight lies a vast fallen land, spiritually tainted. That is why it is against tribal law to leave. But the Seeker blessing will protect you.
I like how things change over time and they've blended their beliefs. And the beliefs are really important to them, the rituals and stuff like that. It gives them a sense of strength. It's interesting. It's interesting to see how things like that has evolved.
Why are the ruins of the metal world forbidden?
They are blighted places, Aloy. Dark and wicked, like the children of metal who built them. When they rebelled and tried to murder All Mother, her wrath leveled their cities, but could not cleanse their sin. Their ancient spite haunts those ruins, ready to ensnare anyone foolish enough to enter them.
But I've been in a ruin. It looked a lot like the inside of All Mother.
That cannot be so.
It is.
Then, this is something beyond my understanding. I will trust you to reveal the truth.
That's another interesting thing. It seems to like what Aloy have discovered is challenging their beliefs because they don't have the knowledge in that area. So maybe they start making up certain things to fit their all their ideas. It's fascinating. Yes, but I think that corruption is data corruption. But how she will do it, I don't know.
So many have suffered. Is there anything I can do to help?
What is most important is for you to fulfill the purpose All-Mother has intended for you.
I don't know what that means any more than you do.
Then you must find out. If, however, you sense that part of your purpose is to help the tribe, by all means do so. I have no doubt you will find people in need throughout the Embrace.
You said the Nora sent a war party after the killers.
Yes. But it was ambushed and overrun. Very few escaped alive. And most that did were wounded.
Do you know where the killers went?
No. But you could ask Varl, one of the braves guarding the gates of the Embrace. He survived the ambush. He would know more.
I should be on my way.
From here, you must go to the gates of the Embrace. Speak to Varl, and he will point the way to Meridian. If any Nora tries to stand in your way, Aloy, make sure they know you are a Seeker.
Oh, I will. Thank you, Teersa, for all you've done.
May All-Mother bless you and watch over you.
Nora Faithful, we will soon begin. Purify your hearts. Soon we will beg forgiveness for the sins that brought such misery on the tribe. When we hear the matriarchs lift their voices, we will join ours to theirs.
Oh yeah, the environmental sounds interesting. Oh look, something's floating there. See that? What is that, a worm? I can't even go through it. Gross. Yeah, it does have that innocence to it, doesn't it? It makes you feel safe.
Brains will take forever to dry.
It's like grabbing stuff. Yeah, it's a graphical glitch. Could be a texture thing. Didn't work properly, didn't load properly. Maybe. It's possible.
The mother don't listen to anyone who doesn't speak.
Back on her feet.
Excuse me while I collect things. I gotta find a save point. It's been going for a while, actually.
Save these for the trail.
Indeed. She jumps pretty high, look at that. Grab some of that. Oh, was it? I didn't notice that. I missed that.
All-Mother,
Whatever
I beg you to
happens,
forget
I
the
know
harsh
I'll
words
She
saved
many
lives.
The tribe is lucky to have her.
They're not worthy of your memory.
Man, all those
I'll find a use for you.
other people have died. Just like, that's horrible. Got gunned down. Man left on nearly on the... Oh, okay. I missed that. I was saying before, this game, even though when it's raining and cold, there is almost a sense of warmth to it. I think it's the sound, the music. It really has that effect. When it's sunny, when the sun's out, it does feel like the graphics. I mean, it gives a sense of warmth. It's hard to explain. If I later on, if it comes out again, you might know what I mean. Or when you try to play it yourself, you'll see what I mean.
I need the gate opened.
Then you'll have to talk to the new war chief, Resh, up on the wall.
Where's the save point? Oh, what? It's all the way out there. Alright.
Don't let your voice waver. We have to sing the hymn perfectly. Please, not now.
Please, not now. Yeah.
Aloy! Aloy!
Hold up, dude. I want to grab some.
Be praised.
Grab some stuff. Of course I am.
I heard the rumors, but I didn't know for sure until I saw you just now. I'm glad to see you're okay. And you're even wearing the tunic I stitched for you. I'm honored.
Wait. Oh, there's other people talking. Why are they talking while I'm talking? Look, all this stuff is being... What?
What sort of rumors did you hear?
That you were wounded. Expected to die.
Resh.
And then High Matriarch Tirsa insisted that you be allowed to heal inside All-Mother. Huh. That caused a stir. Only matriarchs are allowed to enter the mountain. But you deserve the honor. The survivors had told everyone how you fought to save them.
I wasn't the only one to fight.
No. They spoke of Bast and Vala, too.
And Rost, the man who raised me. He fought to save me, and he died for it.
The survivors didn't speak of him, but I remember him. He was there that day when you saved me. I remember he stepped in front of you when my father started yelling. If by dying he saved your life, Aloy, I don't think he regretted it.
Wow. People didn't... The survivors didn't... They didn't talk about Ross. That's... even in death, that's messed up.
I need the gate opened.
Do you have any idea how dangerous it is out there?
I need to pass through.
You'll have to talk to Resh then, up on the wall. He's the new war chief. I'm not sure he'll help you.
I know Resh, the guy that was talking over us when we were talking.
What's the danger in the Embrace? Are the killers still there?
No. They're long gone. The war party went after them, but the killers slaughtered them. They have some evil power over the machines. They corrupt them, make them fight at their side.
And these corrupted machines, they're loose in the Embrace?
Some have broken through. And from what I hear, it's even worse outside the Embrace. Believe me, this is no time to go traveling.
Well, I got a mission.
Why wouldn't Resh help me?
Well, he says mean things about you.
That I'm a motherless curse, an outcast, that sort of thing?
Yeah. I wish he hadn't been made war chief, but Sona disappeared after the ambush. They say she went after the killers all by herself.
Who is Sona?
Sona was the tribe's war chief, but she went missing after the war party was ambushed. You probably saw her at Mother's Heart, a tall, lean woman with dark skin and long white hair. Her daughter ran in the proving, but she died.
Was Vala her daughter?
Yes, she was. I liked her.
So did I.
That is messed up.
What are you doing here with a bow and spear, Teb? You're a Stitcher, not a Brave.
Most of our Braves are dead or wounded, Aloy. Someone has to defend Mother's Watch, so I thought I'd help out. I should be okay. Just as long as I don't try to run any brave trails, right?
It's messed up that so many people died. Bella, Ross, everyone else.
I should be on my way, Teb.
Be safe, Aloy.
Thanks, Teb.
Has forsaken us.
Thank you, Teb. Appreciate it.
To be saved.
I'm gonna grab some cash if you don't mind me. Grab some items. So many things to collect. Eh. Am I allowed to do this? Can't tell. It's
To show her we are sorry. Please.
I don't want to be like robbing people. Here we go. Yes. For sure, suspense.
I need the gate opened.
Since when has any outcast's need been my concern?
Since I was anointed a seeker. Now open the gate.
You? A seeker? Have Teersa and Jezza gone insane? Bad enough that they let you run in the Proving. But to nurse you back to health inside the sacred mountain? No wonder a curse is upon us and children lie dead under cairns of stone.
Oh, he's blaming us for them. Nice. You're a nobody. Yeah, there isn't a real steal mechanics in this game, but I just, like, you know me, I wanna try to roleplay a little bit, but since we're you know, needing the resources for our journey, I'm gonna say, I'm gonna roleplay and imagine that they put it there for us to get ready to go out into the wild so we can survive better. It's a gift. That's how I imagine it.
How can you be so heartless? I fought beside those children, shoulder to shoulder and back to back. I saw them fall.
If even one of them had been true Nora, they would have put an arrow in your back.
Whoa.
Resh, come on. Silence! I am your war chief.
And I am a seeker anointed by the High Matriarchs. So open the gate, and I will be on my way.
The sooner you're gone from here, the better.
Look at him sneering. Oh, great. Whoa.
The demon! Sound the alarm!
Whoa. Zymia's a sound mixing a bit weird. Oh, what? It corrupts them. Interesting.
Goddess, what's it doing to them?
Taking control.
Oh my.
Brace yourselves! What have you brought on us now, you motherless curse?
Shut up.
Kill
Look at
them,
him.
Braves! Kill them all! Braves!
I need my save
ready
point.
yourselves.
Where's my save
Today
point?
we fight a curse, a demon. Oh, Mother, give her strength!
Yes, give us strength.
Won't be long. Here it comes.
Oh boy.
Attack! Watch the Striders! It's driven them mad!
Why you guys are standing there? Oh. Hold up, hold up. Oh, I see you. Get out of the way!
You're finished!
Nope!
I've got you marked.
He's got missiles, does he? Dang it, my aim is such a freaking mess.
It's down!
Yeah, it's pretty singing, dude.
With the killers at the Proving. How does it possess other machines?
I don't know.
What's its secret? How'd you do it? Show me.
Thanks, dude.
You made them obey you. But how? This. You did it with this. It's connecting to my focus. Then I could use this.
Wi-Fi.
It's worth a shot. Couple loops of wire. Looks like it'll hold. I just need to test it.
Aloy, how did you do that? You killed that demon. Pulled its guts from the carcass.
The way it controls other machines. I think I figured it out. But I need to test it on a machine.
Plenty of striders along the path to the gates of the Embrace, I guess.
Exactly. And the gates are where I'll be headed anyway. I need to speak to Varl.
I always knew you were different, Aloy, but...
But what?
I think you're a blessing from All-Mother. No matter what Resh says.
Thank you, Teb. But I have to go now.
I know you do. And my thoughts go with you.
Thanks, Teb.
Braves! I want that gate repaired immediately.
Yeah, yo.
I don't care if you have to bandage it
where's
together.
That guy?
Get it done.
Where's that guy? He's supposed to wait. He didn't even thank me. Look at this thing. Oh, it's wobbling. Thanks, Mudkip and Spence. PSI? Overrides? What? I'm gonna grab some of this. Oh, okay. I can override the creature's I get you.
Forget about traveling light.
I'm gonna dump some stuff because I've run out of space. Or I can sell some things. Where's the shop? None. There's a campfire there. Oh, there's a shop there. Hang on. Hold up. I want to talk to that dude before I run off.
I need to find a machine. Test this override device.
Alright, cool. Save. Alright, let's sell some things and grab the other stuff. Sweet. Right. Crafting. Wait a second. Did I not pick out stuff that... Oh, all this is required for crafting. Okay. Oh, what? Oh, I thought it disappeared.
I can't spare the weight.
What is this? Oh, it's a modification thing. Okay. See, I didn't quite get that after all this time.
Be gone, outcast.
Oh, whoops, Resh. So he doesn't even want to say anything. He doesn't say, yeah, well done. I doubt they, you know. He's never going to say that. Corruption coil. Alright, so these are like modification things, eh? Okay. So how do I... Oh, this is how you upgrade it. I see. Oh. Traps, pouch, potions. Oh, this is a fast travel thing. But how do I... Oh, okay. Wait, can you take it off? Will be loss. Oh, what? What's Tinker? What the... Where's my spear, though? That's annoying. Some kind of skill you'll be able to use to have a chance to recover the mod, probably. Yeah, it's quite possible. Might as well put this in there. Oh, there we go. I was like, why doesn't it work? I'm like double clicking things. Oh, I have to double click, I think. A lot of stuff. So does it mean I can pick these up now? There we go, we can pick that up. That's good. I don't want to lose that. Alright, sweet. Alright, I'm gonna save and I'm gonna go. See, you can't like walk through it, which is pretty cool as well. So they made an entire model that you can't just walk through. It's pretty good. Yeah, that's right. You can sell them as well. Wait, does it sort it properly? Hang on a sec. Wait, it doesn't sort it properly. Yeah, until it blocks my path, or there's a whole bunch of them just blocking the path. That would be annoying. I'm like, no. See what I mean? The color? There's a sense of warmth to it. The color palette, the tone, it's very nice. Very cool.
Air was getting thick.
Or warm.
Been waiting for rain.
Alright, that's it for now. Thank you, Mudkip. Suspense, anyone that's lurking, anyone that's watching this on the archives, I appreciate it. I hope you all have a good day or night. Take care, and I'll see you all later, next time. Bye.